At what point do we start punishing employers for hiring illegal immigrants? Look, we do all this discussion about deportations and ICE's practices, and do we need immigrants to do said jobs, et cetera, all this fiasco, all the money spent, all the people pissed off. And if we just attacked it at the root cause, why are all these people here? Why do we have 30, 40 million illegal immigrants? We've got billions of H-1BC immigrants, which are essentially slave laborers from India. We have illegal immigrants that are coming over. All this immigration, all the discussion, all the fiasco. And look, the reason these people are coming over in 99% of cases are for better opportunities. Now, you might say that that's a good thing. You might say that they deserve those opportunities, but at the end of the day, under our current framework, illegal immigration is illegal. And to some degree, you are supposed to enforce that. Now, you might say that there should be no borders, et cetera, and okay, fine. That's kind of a different discussion. But assuming you're a person that believes that we need to have some sort of immigration laws, why are we not going after these companies? You know, all these Fortune 500 companies are undercutting American labor. They're underpaying Americans. They're making it harder for unions to negotiate because you have people that are willing to, we've got people making $15 an hour that are protesting for $20 an hour. And then these companies say, okay, well, we'll just hire illegal immigrants for $4 an hour. So we're hurting the wages of workers. We're hurting the rights of American workers. And Americans are rightfully upset for a multitude of reasons. And then we've got other people upset that the way that we're getting rid of the illegal immigrants is very cruel, which I also agree with. So all these issues are caused by the employers. I find it ridiculous that we go all over the place. Everybody's mad. Everybody's upset. But the employers are responsible. The employers are the ones that offer the jobs. The employers are the ones that cause this to be facilitated. Without the employers knowingly hiring hundreds, thousands of illegal immigrants, there would be no issue. You'd obviously have some people that come over without a job. Okay, fine. But the vast majority of these people, legal, illegal, kind of in that gray area with the H-1BC visas. These people are all coming over because of the employers. And until we do something about the employers, it's kind of irrelevant because if there's an incentive for these people to come, they will come. And I don't blame them. In no way do I blame these people. If you're making $1 an hour and you can cross the border and make $10 an hour, it's like, yeah, I would do that too. It makes sense. I don't think you can even really blame the immigrant. You blame the employer. But we have both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party who are completely bought out by all of these massive companies, all these billionaires, soon to be trillionaires. And what capitalism loves, what these rich people love, is unfettered immigration. Look, at the end of the day, whether or not you, from a moral standpoint, believe these people should be able to immigrate, I think that's a different discussion. And that discussion can be had in terms of just morally, should these people be allowed to come here? That's fine. But I'm speaking specifically from a worker rights standpoint, from a wage standpoint. These employers, they don't care about the morality of an illegal immigrant from Mexico. They care about them being able to undercut American labor. I mean, it's so obvious, that it just is so ridiculous that regardless of who's the president, regardless of who's senators, et cetera, we will never tackle the real issue with immigration, and that is these employers. I mean, these employers, we raid these businesses, all the people get deported, and, look, that's the logical extension of if they're illegals here, they probably should be deported. Although it sucks, because as I mentioned, I would do the same thing, but you still do have to follow country's laws. But why are we not bringing the hammer down on the companies? Do they get in any trouble? I mean, they're blatantly breaking laws. If it was up to me, and we're going to do this, I'm more unhappy with the employers than the people crossing the border. It's logical for the people to cross the border. It makes sense. I don't even think, even if you want there to be no immigration, which I think is a fine stance, can you really blame the people? I mean, I'd do the same thing. So I think it makes sense for the employees to come here, and I think we should disincentivize the reason for them to come here. Number one, we shouldn't be meddling in all these countries. A lot of the times it's people are coming here for war-related reasons. We bomb their country, or we give another country missiles to bomb their country, or we crippled their country with tariffs or all these other things. So I think, number one, we shouldn't really be meddling in other countries' business to result in people wanting to come here. And yeah, I just find it ridiculous that we never see. Have we ever seen Elon Musk go to jail because he hired illegal immigrants? Do we ever see billionaires go to jail because they hire illegal immigrants? No. The only person that gets in trouble is the illegal immigrant, and that's just absurd.